Hey my Philly friends, how are y'all? Well, today I went on a wonderful field trip with 175 7th graders. We are here in beautiful Eatonville, Washington, and we went up to a place called Hancock to plant these lovely trees. We planted about 2,000 of them. Needless to say, on our way back, as we went for a little barbecue and were dropped off by the buses, and we got caught in a major hailstorm. Therefore, I am soaking wet. I think I deserve the Mother of the Year award. And so now I'm going to really wing it on what I'm doing for my side dish. I've been trying to think all day of what I can do, and I've come up with some ideas. Stopped at the grocery store, I'm soaking wet. I need to go in, change, fluff up a little, make myself presentable to all of you. All right, how do I look? I'm all fluffed up, ready to go. Okay, I am truly, no lie, winging it for this recipe. I have not had very much time. I'm getting a lot of emails from all of you girls that are saying the same thing. They're ready to give up. They don't have time for this. They feel discouraged. Their kitchens aren't nice. They're not polished enough. Well, I don't feel that way either. But does it really matter? It doesn't matter. Let's just do this. Don't give up. For the ones that you know who I'm talking to, don't give up. This is totally winging it. We're going to wing it on this recipe. I was going to do a recipe for creamed onions that I've done for years. I'm tweaking it quite a bit, and we'll see what we come up with. So I've got 7 Spanish onions, or the smaller onions. And we have 2 cups of asparagus tips. About 14 baby red potatoes. I've diced them in half and in half again. 1 tablespoon of chopped pepperoncinis. 1 cup of roasted red peppers. And those are the ingredients I'm going to start with. I'm going to go ahead and put them in a pan, get the onion and the red potato and the asparagus boiling, and we're going to make our white sauce. So I'm going to go over the stove and start that. Alright, I've melted 4 tablespoons of butter and added 1 tablespoon of the pepperoncini juice. I chopped those pepperoncinis earlier and I'm adding the juice. To this I'm going to put 4 tablespoons of flour, half of a teaspoon of black pepper, and half of a teaspoon of salt. I'm adding it right to this. I'm making a roux for my white sauce. You can see over here that you have to add it right away to get the lumps out. You don't want to have lumps in this white sauce. So we've got all this going together. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 8 ounces of Philadelphia cream cheese, the master ingredient in the recipe. So that is going in. We're going to melt that. I've got the onions and the potatoes boiling, so they're going to take probably, I would say, maybe, the onions are going to take a little longer, probably 25 minutes, and the potatoes probably like 15 because they're cut in little pieces. Okay, I've got a thick, almost paste here. And now I need to add the milk and the half and half. So I have a 1 1/4 cup of milk added to 1 cup of half and half. I want it to be a really rich sauce. Okay, I'm going to add the milk and the half and half. And I'm making my white sauce now. I'm just going to whisk it up really good here. Add it all in. Get it whisked really good. And now we're just going to cook it. I just need to cook it until it thickens. So that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to let the potatoes go. I'm going to let the onions boil. And I'm going to cook my white sauce. I'm a cooking fool. Still boiling the potatoes, still boiling the onions. The onions are still a little tough. I've got the asparagus done. It's blanched. I probably did that for just like 5 minutes. So I'm going to set that over here. And my white sauce is completely, see, there's a blooper. Who cares? I just dropped the pan. So what? It's part of this whole. Alright, so my white sauce is done. I'm going to add the half a cup of roasted red peppers. And my 1 tablespoon of chopped pepperoncinis. Cream sauce is done. Looking yummy. We've tasted it a few times and it is pretty yummy. Hey, by the way, Look at this bowl. My daughter was so excited. She said, Paula Deen has our bowl, Mom. Yes, she does. And this is a very old bowl, by the way. All right. Baby red potatoes going in. Onions, I kind of chopped them up a little after they were cooked. And asparagus. Now we're just going to mix this around with the cream sauce. In our bowl that Paula Deen has. It's a nice bowl. Okay, doesn't this look yummy? We've got a little colors in there. It smells so good. I've got the roasted red peppers, the asparagus, the onions, the potato. Now, I just need to dish it up. I have split all that mixture into 8 oven-safe ramekins. I'm going to be sliding all these in the oven. I wanted to change it up a little bit, make little separate ones. I've also made a little mix here. It's half a cup of breadcrumbs and 1 teaspoon of salad supreme, half a teaspoon of garlic powder, half a teaspoon of Cajun seasoning, 1/4 teaspoon of smoked paprika, and 1/8 teaspoon of salt. And I'm going to sprinkle this right on the top. Alright, I'm going to put them in the oven on the 375 for probably 5 minutes just to warm them back up a little bit. And then I'm going to do on the broiler for maybe 5 minutes, probably not even that. So they're going in. Little revision in the recipe. Remember how I said I was winging it? Well, because I was winging it as I'm going along here, I realized I don't like the way that topping, the breadcrumbs, they're not moist at all. And I missed a step that I want to add to it right now. So I cooked them for the 5 minutes. I baked them, pulled them out. And I'm going to do 2 tablespoons of butter. I'm having a little glass of wine. I can't find a tablespoon anywhere, so we're going to use this little medicine cup. I'm going to go 2 tablespoons of wine, just a white wine. Add it here. Stir it around. And I'm just going to brush this mixture over the top of the breadcrumbs. Patting some of this over the breadcrumbs. It'll add some moisture to it. I'm actually just going to drizzle. Anticipated. She made her little leaning tower of onion. It's standing up. I've made my little creations out of eggplant and leek and I don't know. Anyway, now it's time to try this masterpiece. I like the fact that I added some moisture to those breadcrumbs. It needed to be, so. Okay, lots of different flavors here. Here we go. Pressure is on. Because if it really is terrible, I gotta tell you, since I did wing it. Alright. That's not terrible. That's nice and creamy. Those roasted red peppers, and the asparagus, and the topping. Oh, actually that's very good. I think I did good. I'm going to set that down there. Excuse me. So, I paired it again. I like to do wine pairings. I am a Chardonnay or a Merlot girl, but this is really good with Chardonnay. I really like that. Okay, so it's the end of the week. I don't even know what next week is. What week are we on? I appreciate all the friendships I've made, and I hope that my point this week, I was really trying to be goofy last week, which I was. A little too goofy. I couldn't be goofy this week. I was kind of sad about all the people that are making comments about not feeling like they want to do this and how hard it is, because I know it's hard. It's hard to find time to do things for ourselves that are fun. And I've really been enjoying this, and I'm coming out of my comfort zone, and I hope you all stick with it, because we're all winners. We really are, for just doing it. So cheers. Until next week, we're continuing on. Let's do it.